Hello, everyone. Thought I'd change the background here. I got my guitars and amp over here, and uh, that's my computer screen. And right behind me here is one side of the stereo system I've got hooked up to it. I use probably a better quality sound system on my computer than most people do, only because I'm a musician and I like editing my music videos, which are I offer to you the opportunity to go to my music channel and listen there. Once in a while, I'll bring over a piece of music onto this channel. But this channel has to do with my lifestyle and what things have happened to me in the past and the present concerning my current lifestyle and what it was like to be a very morbidly obese person. I mean, I was 472 pounds at my highest. I generally hovered around 440. Um, so um, I stood out in a crowd, even today, and I have done so most of my life. One of the things that I noticed that when you're a fat person, as I was and still am actually, uh, everybody is an expert. I couldn't tell you how many times I'd be talking to somebody. They would ask, "Well, what did you eat?" And I would tell them, "No, I had scrambled eggs this morning." This is pre-carnivore. Keep in mind, I said I had scrambled eggs and bacon this morning. Oh, that's the worst thing you could possibly have. I mean, the worst. Okay, this is what their response would be, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter what I ate, not even in the slightest. It didn't matter. I could say I ate nothing, which is what we do on this diet, which is called fasting, which is a good thing, right? You know what the response would be? Oh, that's the worst thing you could possibly do. I remember my first in-laws, the in-laws I had with my first wife, and they didn't like me because I was fat. I mean, they hated fat people, including their own daughter. And uh, well, maybe they didn't hate her, but yeah, they would talk about her behind her back, and they would talk about me behind my back to her, telling her how bad a person I was because of my weight. Which, what does that have to do with what a person is? Absolutely nothing. Okay. I remember we went to a restaurant. Was I forgot the name? It was one popular steak restaurant. I can't remember if it was a Ponderosa or Bonanza. I can't remember. It was one of those. I ordered a steak dinner, which it came with a potato, right? And I usually like loading my potatoes up with butter, which is now we know a good thing. It helps mitigate the effects of the carbohydrates. So it actually was a good thing that I did that. I remember we got back from that, and she started talking to somebody, and she says, "Oh, God, what he ate is awful. He ate a big fatty steak, and he ate the fat and everything. And then, oh my God, he put so much butter on his potato. Oh, the grease. Oh, it's awful." And then I remember we would go for a visit sometimes. They lived in Florida. So we'd go for a visit. They starved us. I mean, literally. The entire day, we had a little bowl of salad uh, with some dressing, which was made of seed oil. I had to find myself sneaking out of the place and going over to McDonald's or something just because I was starving. I mean, that's all they give you for the whole day is a little salad. This is the way people, they're experts. They all know what it is, why you're fat, even though they're clueless. Even the information that we have now didn't exist. So this is kind of, but the reason I brought this up is because I had some comments on there. See, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm not presenting myself as an expert. I'm not presenting myself as someone who's giving you advice at all. Not at all. Okay? I'm telling you what I'm doing and what I'm doing alone. If it helps with you, you need to experiment with your own weight loss efforts or your own diet efforts, whatever your goal is, whether it's health or whatever. I encourage you to do research on your own. But I had comments about, like, I'm using dark chocolate, both because of the 18 carbon chain fatty acid that it contains in the highest amount, plus it's a natural diuretic. And before I started using dark chocolate, I had the worst problem with constipation that you would believe. I mean, okay, when I would have a movement, it sometimes would bleed. And I don't necessarily want to talk about it, but you got to talk about it. So dark chocolate, I use 80. For a while, I was using 92% cacao. My wife happened to bought a whole bunch of it. She got for like $1 a bar, but that sale went away. I think they were just trying to get rid of the chocolate. And I know dark chocolate has heavy metals in it. I understand that. Depends on where the chocolate was harvested. And so I know there's bad stuff in there, but my God, you got to do what you got to do. And that's just it. So you find out what works for you. Okay. And if I can offer you encouragement, don't give up trying and experimenting. If things don't work, they don't work. If things do work, great. I just recently kind of an update. Now I'll eventually do a video on that, but my wife was there at the time. We did two things that I'd like to actually present to you. My wife made some jerky out of that leftover roast, and I think I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. And it was delicious. And she used the air fryer instead of drying it in the sun the traditional way. And it really came out good. No sugar. She did marinate it, I think, with some fruits that I saw she had like a lemon and lime slice in with the bag that she was marinating. But she didn't use any sugar or artificial sweetener. It was delicious. It was delicious. And if somebody says, "Oh, you're using something with fruit," hey, as long as it's ketogenic, I'm going to go with it. And it's still beef. It's just a little marinade. I mean, good grief. The other thing, I just had the thought. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is I made some carnivore ice cream with my new ice cream maker. And again, my wife didn't really watch what I was doing. I was just following the recipe that came with the box, but instead of sugar, I used allulose. Oh, it was delicious. She took a bite of that. Next thing I know, she's licking off the plastic blades that are in the mixer, and she loved it. And I made about a half a gallon of that. And the amount that I've been using a little bit every day after my meal, taking maybe a scoop or half a scoop just to have a little treat. The stuff is delicious. It's great. Uh, Now, maybe those things are contributing to my plateau, except I've been plateauing now for weeks. Um, Yesterday, I dropped down to um, 271, which is 201 pound. But this morning I got up, it was, uh, uh, you know, 700 or 272, which is back to the 200-pound weight loss. But in reality, it was only about a half a pound difference. And to be fair, I got up early to drive my wife into work this morning. And so I always weigh a little. The earlier I get up, the more I weigh. If I had waited another 2 hours to weigh, I probably would have been down that half a pound. So again, you don't know. You have to experiment. You have to learn how your own body works. And I know this is like a lecture and it's kind of going on here, but I will eventually do a video for the carnivore ice cream, what I did. It turned out delicious. I think next time I'm going to not make it as sweet as I did. I think I'll put a little less of the allulose in it. Um, it actually tastes better than the commercially bought ice cream that I had bought. Um, but I think I might like it more creamy and less sweet myself. That's my own taste. Again, that's one of those things you got to experiment what works for you. And it's sad to say that so many people consider themselves experts. On the other hand, if they try something and it works for them and they want to comment about it, hey, that's great. That's wonderful. Uh, So I do encourage your comments. They've been very inspiring to me. I'm so glad to hear from you. So I don't want you to take what I'm saying the wrong way. But there are people that get upset when I do something that's non-carnivore in my diet for some reason. Um, I hate to say this, but carnivore is not a religion. It's an individual lifestyle that we all tailor to our own taste and our own physiology, I wish I would say, or our metabolism. Uh, like I say, I do use dark chocolate. I also will eat sauerkraut and onion occasionally. Uh, that's just those little things are the things that make my diet easy to do. And if for whatever harm they might cause, uh, I still am down 200 pounds in a year and 4 months now. So I don't know what else to say. Look, you guys just have a great day. Um, I wish you all the best, whatever lifestyle program you're on that you've tailored to yourself. Um, the best advice to listen to, I think, sometimes is your own. Go to YouTube, listen to the quote unquote doctors, the experts. I think they are the experts in this case, the ones that promote carnivore. But then I've heard other doctors that tear it down. Uh, and a lot of them are like, oh, you got to be a vegan or a vegetarian. Hey, this diet works for me. I've thought the idea of maybe having a test to see if my arteries are clogged. I don't know if there's such a test out there. Next time I see my doctor, I'm going to find out, which won't be for a while because I've got to go see a different doctor right now. I'm going to have cataract surgery here next month, and then the following month for the other eye. My eyesight is really getting terrible, and carnivore diet may fix it, but it's really gone downhill so far. I think I really need to get it fixed now because I want to enjoy my life. And that should be something that you should set as a goal, is to enjoy your life. Like they say, take time to smell the roses. And, you know, uh, basically, it's your life. You've got to do what's right for you. And I understand budget issues and stuff like that. Believe me, I'll do another video on budget issues again, and how I deal with the carnivore diet. It's actually not that expensive a diet, and there's ways of dealing with it. You have to do some searching and looking, but I'll go back to. I guess I've got to cut this off. It's getting too long-winded for my connection here. So you guys just have an incredibly great day as best you can. If you want to go walking, I mean, right now we're planning a storm today. Of course, this was filmed on Tuesday, and I think it will probably air, or if I call it air, but I'll post it to be released on, I believe, Thursday. Um, but uh, you have a great day. Just do the best you can. You know, I'll talk to you later.